Hi, my name is Cesar Londono. I'm from Bridgewater Homes and Living, and I help buyers, home buyers and sellers eliminate most of the stress of a real estate transaction. I'm here with my friend Matt Marinoff, and I attended one of his boot camps about short sales, foreclosure, and tremendous amount of information. And I work with him instead of trying to do it all myself. So that's what I want to introduce you to guys that know a lot more than me, so we can give you better value. So we're going to go through a couple of questions, nice and simple, so you have an idea. And if you have any more questions about this procedure of foreclosure or short sales, just let us know. Okay? All the information will be on the video and on the comments below. How you doing, man? How's everything?
I'm great.
Keeping busy, yeah?
Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate you taking the time out and interviewing me for your page and trying to reach out to a broader audience. You know, it's individuals like, Cesar that are helping other people know what their options are and working together as a community and really putting, people before profit.
People before profit. I love that, man. I love that. So, just to make it simple, what is the difference between a short sale and a foreclosure? Just simple dealing up.
Okay, so basically, when a house goes to foreclosure, the bank forecloses on the property. So they're essentially taking the asset back. So you're living in a house where they foreclose on it, and if they foreclose on it, you essentially can't live in a house anymore. And obviously, there's other things that come behind.
So the bank takes possession of the house.
The bank will take possession of the house versus doing a short sale on the house, where you short the actual mortgage itself, and it can absolutely be a process, but it doesn't have to be a frightening one. Homeowners definitely do not have to be on their own. That's why I love putting up with people like yourself that understand the process or understanding the process now more and more. So if the house is upside down on a mortgage, you can actually short the property for less than what's actually owed on the mortgage. And it's a more easier way, a graceful way to be able to, exit out of the property and move forward on to the next venture.
Okay, so how soon a person, a homeowner who might be in that situation, any of those cases that I mentioned at the beginning, how soon should they be calling for help? Like, maybe their attorney, or maybe somebody like you who's done it many, many times. I mean, should they wait until the mortgage company, the bank, will start sending you letters and wait until almost the short sale until the house goes? How soon can they do it?
So, if somebody's caught on a mortgage and they're wondering what's going to happen when they go late, it's a good time to reach out. If somebody's gone late on their mortgage and they're getting threatening letters from the bank, the worst thing that the homeowner can possibly do is ignore the letter. Because they're ignoring the letters and the letters are mounting up, and they might actually be getting the actual judgment against them. Because the first letters come out are the letters of intent. And there is a way to slow the process down to help the homeowner. And what we're doing now on a national level is making it so the homeowners find out what their options are and to show them that there's a better way of trying to get through this and not being so stressed out and having somebody that can guide them through the process. And if it's time that they leave, I equate it to a race car. Race cars, top speeds are on racetracks going over 200 miles an hour in a race car. My job is to slow the race car down, much like foreclosure, and make it so the race car / foreclosure never goes through on the person.
Kind of like having more control of the situation instead of just go at it without knowing what to do.
You want to get in front of it. And the problem is, the people that come to us, they're so far gone, their head is buried so far in the sand, and they're not getting out of it. And by doing that, they're almost accelerating the process.
So, what we should do, what we are looking to do, is basically avoid the foreclosure, avoid the short sale, right? I mean, you don't want to go through all that because, you're talking about all the proportions. I mean,
the majority of people want to stay in their house. The reality is that the majority of the people cannot stay in their property. There's a better way to have a better exit than actually having the foreclosure on their record. The short sale is one of the best ways that I've found to help people get them from point A to point B, and in between, basically make it so the process is more seamless. The family doesn't get ripped apart, because I've seen families go through divorces because of this, major financial difficulties, basically banging out credit cards to try to pay the difference of their mortgage.
And if you don't do it right, that stuff is going to follow you even after the short sale and stuff like that.
The other thing is too is that people don't realize that even if you get foreclosed on and a mortgage gets a judgment against you, like a second lien holder, if they get a judgment against you and the property gets foreclosed, they might actually have the right to go after you for the difference of what's owed on the second.
You use salary and stuff like that.
They could do wage garnishment, and people don't know that. Nobody talks about that.
So what's the kind of like the after the house is foreclosed, then what's the procedure to a short sale? Like, you know, I heard that homes go to like a sheriff's sale and stuff like that. I mean, what is kind of like the steps, you know?
Well, we're talking about foreclosure or the short sale. The short sale, the process could actually be very easy, to be very seamless, without skipping a beat. Your life could actually go on very easily. You know, when you have agents like yourself that see the value in this, when you coming to the boot camp, I mean, obviously you knew about short sales before you came.
I thought I knew, but then when I know all the aspects of the foreclosure and the short sale, I said, no way, I'm not going to do it. Too many bad stories. So
which is okay, but your road, the path is clear. Right. You understand the value, and a company like myself to try to help other people. And obviously, look, the ultimate goal is to help people. It's not to misplace them. So if you can help somebody stay in their house, great.
At least to see the options that they have. You know.
Let them know the options. The problem is that most agents, they'll look out into a forest and they're going to focus on the one tree. And the one tree that they focus on that's their target. They don't realize that by focusing on that one tree in the forest and not focusing on the forest itself is hindering themselves from making their business grow. You see that. I mean, you did refer somebody to me.
Yeah, he's helping a friend of mine, and you know, he's going through stuff right now. But you know, hopefully with the guidance, it's going to come through.
But so the clarification process really wasn't there for the person that you recommended to me. But after we spoke with them, you almost feel like a sigh of relief. The stress level and the conversation go down because they have the options. And there's never an obligation to utilize our company, but at least they should know. What was the feedback after I spoke and my team had spoke, you know, with your team?
Yeah, he's so much relief. He feels like he's somebody that is honest and he's in good hands, basically. So it's all good, and it's all good, really. So for all the viewers there who might know somebody in this situation, I mean, how can we help them? How can we restore the conversation with them? Or what should, you know, if they contact me or you, what would they have to have? How can we start helping people like that?
So I think the first thing is to evaluate the situation that they're in. And my company actually has a form that sellers fill out, and that form allows us to set up a file. And again, there is no obligation to want to use this or not use this. There is no obligation to, you know, list the property.
Right.
But at least to find out what are the options. Because right now they might not be ready. But 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, they might be actually ready to list the property.
Shouldn't wait if you're in a situation like this, you know, and start talking to them.
They shouldn't wait. But the problem is that you can't push somebody to do something that they're not ready to do. And some people, in some cases, it's like leading a horse to water, they'll drink it. But some horses will look at the water, they won't drink it, they'll go in the other direction. They'll think that they're going to get a better tasting water, and by doing that, in the end, they actually might be hurting their chances to be able to do something with the bank, or even having the bank give them moving expense money.
Oh, wow. So there's so much to learn about this, and that's what we have people like Matt Marino and team of lawyers and everybody else to help you. So any questions, just send me a message, email, call me, text me, or Matt. I'll put his information there, and you know, let's just eliminate some of the stress on foreclosures.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Good luck, everybody. Hey, remember, it's not a no until you get a restraining order.
Gotcha. Excellent, man. That's good. Nice and sweet.
Yeah, that would be great.
I'll edit it.
Okay. You do a little restraining order.
I do. I'm still, yeah. That's what I gotta do.
You just gotta get out of comfort.
Yeah, I got it. But he looks better.